of John. Going to John, the 8th chapter. If you're there, say I'm there. If you're still looking, say wait. We're beginning at the 12th verse. It says this, it says, Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. The Pharisees therefore said unto him, Thou bearest record of thyself. Thy record is not true. Jesus answered and said unto them, Though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true. For I know whence I came, and whither I go. But ye cannot tell whence I come, and whither I go. Ye judge after the flesh, but I judge no man. And yet if I judge, my judgment is true. For I am not alone, but I and the Father that sent me. It is also written in your law that the testimony of two men is true. I am one that bears witness of myself, and the Father that sent me beareth witness of me. Then they said unto him, Where is thy Father? Jesus answered, Ye neither know me, nor my Father. If ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. Bow your heads, dear Father, and we just ask that you bless this word. Lord, let your people see you through me. Lord, give me the words to give to them. Lord, give us a rhema word in this place right now. Lord, let souls be changed. Let lives be transformed, and let knowledge go forward. In Jesus' name, we let the whole church shout amen. Amen. And amen. Now, you know I always got to come up with these crazy titles, but I want to encourage you today. Amen. For anybody who's ever felt like you were alone in this world, let me encourage you. I want you to look at somebody. I want you to say this to them, but say this with some kind of authority. Say, I've got backup. I've got backup. Okay, so nobody called. Okay. If you truly believe it, shout it again. Say, I've got backup. I've got backup. Amen. We must understand that this scenario comes immediately following the story where the soldiers have brought an adulterous woman to Jesus at the Mount of Olives, and you must understand that the punishment for adultery at that time was death by stoning. And Jesus tells them, now you must understand, Elder Shatner, what I like about Jesus, he was so cool, calm, and collected about things. In fact, when they bring the woman to him, he's writing in the dirt as if he doesn't see them. And he tells them, let one of you who has no sin be the first one to throw a stone at her. And the Bible says that they departed one by one, oldest first, until no one was left but the woman and Jesus. And she asked her, he said, where are the ones that accused you? He's like, has no one condemned you? She says, no. He says, neither do I. You must understand that this woman had backup. Now our text, Jesus, here he is, he's speaking to the people, and he's stating he's the light of the world, and whoever follows him will never walk in darkness, but they'll always walk in light. And they challenge him, and they say that what you say is invalid. Why is that? Because there's nobody else to confirm what you said. He says, well, you must understand Jesus knows who he is. See, we have to be careful and know who we are. Oh, y'all quiet today. We must understand Jesus identifies in here who he is. He said because it is valid, but he's acting his own witness. But he also says that his Father is his witness. Jesus also makes mention of the fact that he said, watch this, he's like, it has to be valid because I know who I am, where I came from, and where I'm going. We must understand we cannot allow people to decipher who we are, because the truth of the matter is nobody knows your story but you. They don't know the hell you had to face, nor the struggle you had to endure to get to where you are now. Only you know what God did for you. Only we know where God brought us from and where God is taking us. Only we know it. Never allow people to condemn you, nor allow them to downplay your testimony. Only you know what God has done for you. Nobody has a heaven or a hell to put you in. So why do we even acknowledge the ignorance that comes from people who don't even matter? Amen. He tells them that they judge by human standards, but how he judges no one. But he says, now you must carefully understand that Jesus knows he has authority. He says, but if I do judge you, he said, my judgments are correct. See, when you've got that kind of confidence to know who you came from, he says, in other words, what I say has to be right. We can confirm this if you look at Isaiah 55:11. It says, that so shall my word be that goes forth out of my mouth. It shall not return to me void. That has to be true because the Bible says that Jesus is God in flesh form. So if he's God in flesh form, then that means that everything he says has to be correct, because the Bible says that he's not a man that he shall lie, nor the son of man that he shall repent. Amen. So he tells them that if I judge you, they're right because I stand with the Father who sent me. You must understand that the only one who has the authority to judge us is God. Amen. When God judges us, the judgment is correct because he already knows us. We know this from Jeremiah 1:5 that says, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. He said, before you were born, I set you apart, and I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. This means that we were chosen before we even arrived. Amen. We were called to a bigger purpose before we even took our first breath. In our mistakes, we were still chosen. In sin, we were still chosen. In our downfalls, we were still chosen. In our shortcomings, we were still chosen. He redeemed us before we even messed up. He delivered us before we even knew what would keep us in bondage. He saved us before conception because he knew what kind of world we would live in. He was our backup before we even knew what danger was. And now here it is, he tells them about the law that the testimony of two men is valid. And he then tells them, he's like, I testify on my own behalf, and my Father who is my witness. Must understand he could testify on his own behalf. Why is that? Because he was him in flesh. Oh, y'all not going to catch it. He was the Father. The Father's judgments were correct. And then watch this, they ask him, they said, where is your Father? Yeah. He says, in other words, he said, don't worry about it. You don't even know who he is. He said, if you knew who he was, he said, if you knew who I am, then you would know who my Father is. Amen. You don't know me, therefore you don't need to know who y'all ain't going to catch it. We must understand, what does this mean? We cannot expect people to automatically be on our level. That's good. When we are connected to the Father, people will not understand who you are or what your purpose is. People will try to condemn you. But when you're able to declare that when the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, when they came upon me in my flesh, they stumbled and fell. When you're able to proclaim that no weapon that has been formed against me shall be able to prosper. When you can conform, when you're able to proclaim that Psalm 138:7 says, though I walk in the midst of trouble, you preserve my life. You stretch out your hand against the anger of my foes, and with your right hand you save me. Romans 12:20 says that if your enemy is hungry, feed him. For if he's thirsty, give him something to drink. For in doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. You're not going to catch it. Exodus 23:22. If you listen carefully to what he says and do all that I say, I will be an enemy to your enemies and will oppose those who oppose you. Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you, and you only have to be silent. Can I say that one again? The Lord will fight for you, and you only have to be silent. Jump with me over quick to the book of Psalms. I want to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all something tonight. Go to Psalm with me, the 91st chapter of Psalms. I'm just excited about this. Anybody just truly excited and blessed on today? If I get my handy dandy tablet here, hand me a Bible. Somebody hand me a Bible because this thing went act a fool on me. We're going to read this thing. Amen. I want you to learn something on today. I'm going to close this. Psalm 91. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the northern pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall be no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So y'all learn anything? Amen. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, now watch this, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. In other words, no matter what it looks like, I've got backup. When the enemy has tried everything it could to take me off at the game, I still have backup. When people try to let my name into the ground, I still have backup. When I lost everything that I had, I still have backup. When I couldn't feed my family, I still have backup. When people talk crazy on my job, I still have backup. When I couldn't find a car, I still have backup. When friends walked away from me, I still have backup. When family couldn't stand me, I still have backup. We must understand that when you identify who you are and whose you are, when you're able to identify that I am a child of the King, when you can identify that I am a child of God, that for God I live and for God I'll die, that when you're able to declare that I'm not going back to the way it used to be. I tell you, William McDowell wrote a song. He said, I won't go back, can't go back to the way it used to be before your presence came and changed me. In other words, we must understand that when God has positioned and moved us, when God has moved the hell out your way, the enemies will stop falling before you. You start walking over your enemies. Start walking over those that talk about you. Start walking over those that criticize you. People that don't like you, they won't bother you no more. Can I tell somebody? We have to learn to be more like Jesus. The Bible said that he picked up his cross and he walked. And when they looked at him, they mocked him, he kept walking. He walked him to Mount Calvary, but he kept walking. They beat him, but he kept walking. They hit him with a count of 9 tails, but he kept walking. So you must understand that in order to be a Christian, it's not easy.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Jesus.
The Christian, the definition of the word Christian is to be Christ-like.
Hallelujah.
Am I right about it?
You're right. Yes, sir.
To be Christ-like means to not just get the blessings of Christ, but that goes the persecution of Christ.
Yes.
To be talked about like Christ.
Yes.
To be mocked like Christ.
Yes.
To be laughed at. But watch this. When you're like Christ, you can perform miracles like Christ. You can touch people and heal people like Christ did. When you're connected, watch this. Look at somebody and say, do I look like my daddy? Okay, y'all didn't catch it. Look at somebody and shout, do I look like my daddy?
Do I look like my daddy?
When you look like your daddy, you have the characteristics of your daddy. See, watch this. One thing I learned about is when you're growing up, you begin to start walking like your daddy and talking like your daddy. Your mannerisms are the same as your daddy. So watch this. If I operate like my Father in heaven,
my Lord,
can I encourage you on tonight? When I operate like him, I can walk and touch people and change lives. When I operate like him, I can speak to stuff and make stuff happen for me. See, I know that God is the only one who can take nothing, turn into something, and change my everything. Oh, okay, can I say it again? Watch this. He can take nothing, turn it into something, and change everything. Okay.
Hallelujah.
To change everything. Meaning I can be busted in the you're on Section 8 today, but have model, oh, y'all not going to catch
Thank you,
you.
Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
We have got to understand the favor that we have.
Yes.
The Bible says that we are peculiar people, a chosen generation. Meaning that people around you that aren't in the same group as you can't touch you. People can't affect you. Haters can't walk all over you. Because when you are connected to the King and connected to the kingdom of God, can I tell you today that you have privileges that many people wish they could have?
Man.
He said, we'll never walk in darkness. When he was at the well, I preached this one recently. When he was at the well, he tells the lady at the well, I'll give you water that you'll never thirst again. See, ain't it funny? This is the same man. Can I talk to you? This is the very same man who took 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and fed a multitude. And the Bible said that when he fed them, they were full afterwards. See, this is the same one who defied every law of gravity and stepped out of a boat on the middle of the ocean and started walking like he was walking on glass. This is the same one who can walk down the street and just touch folks and cause miracles to happen. This is the very same one who can walk into a cemetery and get a dead man back to life. In other words, watch this. He's the same one that the situation in your life that you thought were dead, he's the same one that can resurrect your very life.
Yes, Jesus.
When your motivation is dead, he can resurrect your motivation. When inspiration is gone, he can resurrect it. When your bank account seems low, he can resurrect your bank account. Y'all not going to hear me. When your job situation seems like it's at a loss, watch God turn around in the midst of a storm and flip everything for you. Can I tell you that one thing we've always said is, well, he may not come when we want him,
Always on time.
but he's always on time. I've never known my God to be late. When it seemed like I was at the point in my life where I was getting ready to lose my mind, where I felt like I was getting ready to snap, when I felt like I was getting ready to cuss everybody out, when I felt like I was at the edge where I was about to lose everything and complete control, is the moment that God showed up. Oh, y'all not going to talk to me.
Hallelujah.
You're not going to talk to me. But we must understand whose we are and who we are.
That's right.
I say every week for a reason, because I believe that many of us, we're going through what I call a spiritual identity crisis.
Here we are.
We are. I can tell you how I know. Because you're holy and sanctified on Sunday,
Jesus.
but you're a demon by Monday.
Jesus.
You in church and you speaking in tongues on Sunday, but the same hour you speaking in tongues without Sunday, you cussing everybody out on Monday. Well, y'all not gonna catch shit. You're drinking wine on communion Sunday, but you're getting drunk by Monday night. See, that's how I know we have an identity crisis going. Because you can walk out the world and you have an entirely different attitude and personality than you did in the church. So we have to, that's why we be careful of who we surround ourselves with, Elder Shackleford. I said it before, your associations can damage your reputation.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Who you connect with can either make you or break you. We have to be careful. See, watch this, don't connect with the wrong people.
Hallelujah.
Don't, if you're supposed to be saved and holy and sanctified, why don't we keep connecting ourselves with these people who got these perverted, nasty, just demonic spirits in them?
Jesus.
Can I teach a little bit tonight?
Yes, sir.
We have to understand Christians need to connect with other Christians.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now watch this. I said Christian, not church folk. Christian. See, there's a difference between coming to church and coming to church for God. In fact, watch this. There's a difference between coming to church and being the church.
That's right.
Coming to church, we come to church out of habit. We come to church out of tradition. Well, what we do on Sunday, my whole family, we've been going to church for years, so I'm just going to go to church on Sunday.
Amen.
But why come somewhere and nothing's changing?
Amen.
You come and you still hurt and messed up from the last church. You can't get out of your mind what the last pastor did to you. You walk around and people in the aisleways, they look at you kind of funny because you may not look like they look.
That's right.
Amen.
You can't afford the same clothes that they got, so they look at you like you're an outcast. You don't drive the nice vehicle that they drive, so they look at you like you're an outcast. You may not be able to hit a note in a bucket from 2 feet away, so they look at you like you're an outcast. Y'all not going to hear me. But I understand who I am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, I understand that I may not be the greatest at what I do, but I'm the best me that I can be. See, y'all don't catch that. You don't have to be the best at what you do, but be the best you that you can be. Because when you put your full potential into who you are, people around you begin to recognize the light that is in you. If you can walk around when you're going through hell and still have a smile on your face, people around you will notice the Jesus in you. When you're walking in the rain or walking in the snow, trying just to make ends meet, but you can still smile, people will know there's God in you. When you can give your last to help somebody, even at their own expense, people know that there's a God in you. So the question I have is, when people see you, who do they see?
Jesus.
Do they see God? Or do they see the enemy?
Jesus.
See, I've learned that people aren't for you, they must be against you.
Amen.
Because people that are for you will push you. Even when it don't look like it's favorable, they'll push you. They may not have much, but they'll do what they can to push you. Am I right about it? Watch, I found out the hardest time we let greed and pride and selfishness take over. Oh, we can't help the homeless person out because I only got $10 left, and I need that for my Newports, I need that for my 40 ounce, or I need that to get gas so I gotta go see boo number 3. So we can't help the homeless man out who hasn't eaten in a week. Oh, y'all not gonna hear me. We let pride step between us and our blessing. We're too prideful to say I'm sorry to someone we wrong. We're too prideful to be able to come and try to forgive somebody who's hurt us. We have to identify who we are. We are in a spiritual identity crisis. Can I say it again? We are in a spiritual identity crisis. We have to get back to the basics of knowing who we are. Understanding who we are. Accepting who we are.
Amen.
Life was never promised to be easy. I'm going to tell you, I said it before, when I got saved, life didn't get easier. It got a lot harder.
Yes, sir.
Because the things that I used to like doing, I couldn't do anymore. The people I used to be connected to, I couldn't hang out with anymore. I had to cut friends off. I had to cut family off. Y'all not going to hear me. It hurts to have to cut people off that you love. It hurts to have to cut ties with people that have been connected to you. It hurts to have to walk away from things that you used to love doing. It's never easy. This month we are getting ready, I don't like to say celebrate, so I'm going to say recognize and honor our Savior. The reason why we're still standing where we are today. The reason why we can still wake up every morning, why we can still walk, why we can still raise our hands. See, watch as I found out, many people wait till we get to church to praise.
Amen.
Okay, I'm going to say it again. They got to wait till we get to church when the piano player can hit the right note and it sparks a praise.
My God.
See, but God gave you the activity of your limbs to praise outside the door. Okay. So we're talking about Elder Shackleford at 2 in the morning in his apartment. He's riling up mess and causing neighbors to be upset because he's praising.
Amen.
And see, I tell you that your praise will tick off the enemy.
Amen.
Your praise has a tendency to make people around you mad.
Yeah.
Why is it? Because they can't understand. Elder Shackleford, why are you praising in the midst of your hell?
Yeah.
Why can't you wait till like normal folks to praise on Sunday? Why wait till Sunday when Sunday's not promised? See, I give my praise right now where I am.
Yeah.
See, I praise for waking up. I praise for making it to work. I praise for having food to eat. I praise for even walking based and predicated on who he is. Because if it were not for God, I don't know where I'd be. When I look back on everything I went through, all the hell I went through, everybody that talked about me, everyone that cussed me out, every child I ever lost, every house I ever got evicted out of, every car that broke down, every time I was looking at resistance, God still had enough favor for my life. God still pushed me. And the Bible says in Romans 8:28, they're all things with together on the love God. You give me on the corner for this purpose. Can I tell you that the Bible tells us that greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. The Bible says that when people talk about you, they'll make a footstool out of your enemy. Because the Bible says that God reckon that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed in us. In other words, I'm not worried about the hell I'm going through right now. My mind is focused on where I'm going when I leave here. That's my focus. My focus is on what happens when I walk down the gold streets. When I'm going to walk to the pearly gates. When I finally get a chance to watch him at his feet. See, my brain, I ain't one of the idiot talking about me. You can talk about me all day long. It still don't change who I am. Oh my God. We have to identify and realize who we are. I am a praiser. I am blessed and highly favored. I am anointed. Oh, watch this. I am the head and not the tail. The Bible says I'm above and not beneath. See, watch this. I am who I am because of who he is. The Bible says he's Jehovah Jireh, my provider. The Bible says he's El on the Most High God. The Bible says that he's my every person help me in a time of trouble. The Bible says that, oh my God, I wish I had someone who knew who their God was. The Bible says that he's omnipotent, he's omniscient, he's omnipresent. Means everywhere I am, God is right there. I'm like Joseph. Joseph went through hell and back, but everywhere Joseph went, but the Lord was still with him. Can I tell you, even when you're alone, that the Lord is still with you? When you can't pay your bills, the Lord is still with you. When we find this other lady midnight hour crying, the Lord was right there with you. When everybody tried to kill you, the Lord was right there with you. Why is that? Because the Bible says, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. We are connected to the King, connected to the Father, connected to the kingdom. The enemy can't touch you.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I've identified who I am. I've identified that I'm blessed and not cursed.
Come on.
Right now, I've identified that there will be no generational curses in my family. I've identified I will not fall. I will not fail. I will not give up. I will not give in. Look at somebody and shout this. Tell them your setback was a setup for your comeback. Oh, I wish I had somebody that can praise like that. Your setback was a setup for your comeback. In other words, it was designed to kill you, but God used it to push you. It was designed to knock you out, but God used it to knock you up. It was designed to completely deter you and distract you.
Hallelujah.
But God used it to determine you and to push you.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
I've got backup in this thing.
Hallelujah.
I do. I've got backup. Because where I'm going, I don't worry about what people said about me, how they look at me funny. Funny, the truth of the matter is, I said it before and I'll say it again. The only one who has the ability to validate me is the one that made me. The one that died for me. See, we keep giving all this power to folks who really don't mean that much. Oh, they say I love, but they wouldn't die for you. These are the same people, they wouldn't shed blood for you. But you spend so much time crying over fools that don't even matter to you.
Thank you, Jesus.
As we prepare to get out of here, let's, in remembrance of the month, see, people like to celebrate Easter. I don't call it Easter, I call it resurrection. I don't celebrate the crucifixion part. I celebrate the fact that he got up. And it says he got up with all power in his hands. We celebrate the fact that he prophesied his death and his resurrection, and that he came back again. I celebrate the fact that he got up to give me new life.
Yes, yes. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
And I said, all would rise
Thank you, Jesus.
at this time. Go ahead and cut the feed.